Yep, yep, yep. It's happened again. Every time blacks get together and protest or come together in reference to something doing wrong, people would want to jump on news, jump on the media platforms and blame BLM and talk about Black Lives Matter. You wonder why. What's going on is the reason why. People hate BLM so much. They don't talk about KKK much, but KKK is out there prominently doing its thing. They don't talk about all the horrible things that happen under organizations that are just corrupt. But they want to talk about Black Lives Matter, especially black people. And if you're black and you got a problem with Black Lives Matter, mentally there's something wrong with you. I can't put my finger on, why a black individual would want to get on social media and talk about Black Lives Matter. If you're not a part of it, you don't fully understand what's going on. You can't understand what's going on by reading what you see in newspapers, magazines, media itself, on the internet. You can't possibly understand the full depth of Black Lives Matter. The biggest thing most people want to do is say, "Hey, it's not owned by black people." Okay, what is? What do black people own that you could say, "Hey, it's all black"? Other than someone who has their own podcast, like this one here, someone like Roland Martin, who has his own podcast. I mean, what difference does it make who owns it? Long as the people are doing good and bringing to the light the things that are happening out in America. But we have so many black individuals want to put down BLM because BLM is there. Why aren't you there? Call the organization, make up your own organization and outdo what BLM is doing. Do better than what BLM is doing. If you don't like what BLM is doing. If every time BLM shows up, you always have a sarcastic remark about BLM, make your own. But the mere people who has smart antics in reference to BLM, they themselves don't even like black people. So black people, my thing, when you cross someone of that nature, just keep crossing. Don't even stop. Don't even give them the time of the day because they're not worth it. Because they're nothing but just another issue bound to happen. Go back to something that was said in reference to podcast I did yesterday, and it was talking in reference to Sha'Carri Richardson. I'm going to get into what's going on up in New Jersey in one moment, guys. Just bear with me. But the thing that with Sha'Carri Richardson was this here, and I played something from MLF so that people could just, sit back, reflect, and where's your dignity? Just listen.
You see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation, nor from the weakness that will cause us to stumble and fall. When you laugh at somebody else's fall, white or black, rich or poor, your enemy or your friend, you are laughing and opening a way for your own demise when you do that. Because to laugh and not learn, to make mockery and not to understand, is to make the same mistake yourself. Did you hear me?
We'll be back shortly with New Jersey and the get my fingers right, the three geniuses. All that and more on Hot Topics.
We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. Got a few situations that we wanna talk about. Got a few disagreements, we gon' need to talk it out. Right here in the hot seat, no need for another route. We gon' keep it 100 without the bottle count. LB gon' pull it out you. A dentist with a drill. Don't be all up in your feelings. Auntie gon' keep it real. Uncut with no chasing, no guard and no shield. Conversation productive, ain't worried about how you feel. Discussions keep on moving just like a rocket, they gon' need some addressing. Climaxing, can I stop it? Old news telling lies and getting out the pocket. This is Urban Growth Media, giving you hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. Just put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor.
Guys, we're going to do them hot topics. And we're going to put this one on the floor here. New Jersey, New Jersey, New Jersey, up top. Now, see, my thing with the situation going up in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, you constantly keep getting people all that, racism. It's not just white people are racist. You got black people who are racist. But why are we seeing so many white people act out and do all these racist antics that you don't see black people acting out and doing racist antics? Yes, there are black people who are racist. Don't get me wrong. But you don't see them acting out and doing at the magnitude of what you see white people doing at the height that they're doing it. And that's not to step foot on white people. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people who come here and they say, well, gosh, she's always talking about white people. Well, hey, call your cousins. Call your friends. Call your brothers, your sisters, your mother, and your father, and tell them quit showing the ass. It's simple as that. Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Yep. Guy went from what the neighbors have been stating. They stated that this young, he's 45 years old, Edward Cagney Mathews, had been terrorizing the neighborhood for 2-3 years. They've just been showing his butt. And nobody's really stood up to this guy and said, hey, you know what, enough is enough. But he ran up to the wrong neighbor's house and was talking trash to him. And they were going at it. One neighbor going at it, and again, it sounded like the guy was protecting the ladies that was inside, because when you see the video, you'll see 2 ladies in the screen door, in the storm door, as the brother was in front of the guy, tell him, look, you're not going to put your hands on these ladies. But you can see this guy keep on approaching and getting up to his face, getting close up on him. I mean, most people, when you get, spitting to the point where I can feel the air out your mouth and some of the saliva juices spray onto my face, it's dirt swinging time. But this gentleman, I tilt my hat off to him, because he did show his frustration to the dude, but he didn't lose his cool. And once again, most people would have they would have lost it. I don't know the reason why he didn't lose his cool, but he did not lose his cool. But the reason why I say I'll tilt my hat off to this guy is because that's one less thing that the media and white people can say, see, look how angry the black man is. Look how angry the black man is. Look at what the black man done. Mind you, the whole time, this guy was calling him a nigger. Yes, nigger. That's what he kept saying. I personally, it's not in my vocabulary to use to nobody. And I don't like no one around me. I don't care what color shade your skin is. I don't like you being around me if you decide you need to use that word. But he kept over and over calling him a nigger and trying to recite what all black people done, but he did not recite the things that he had done that some of the neighbors, white and black and white, clearly stated that this guy had done. Now, the police had showed up, and he had told the police officer, I'm going to show the video. Be patient, y'all. Be patient. I'm going to show the video. The police officer showed up for the second time, because the first, when he showed up the second time, the Mathews had said to him, oh, you back. So that means the officer had done been there in reference to this clown. And then he proceeds to continue to keep cussing, continue to keep calling the people niggers to the officer, and all the officer keep telling him to do is calm down, stop it, quit saying that. That's all the officer kept saying. Didn't get him for rudely, conduct in public. Didn't get him for that. As you see over and over and over, black people get arrested for bad conduct in public. Needless to say, and this was either apartment complex or condominium, townhome facility. It was somewhere of that nature because everything looks real nice and immaculate. So evidently, it's a nice area. Too nice for this clown to be living in. Needless to say, he had even told the group of black people his address, and if you want to come to my house, come to it. Well, what happened? They came to his house. They didn't come alone. The video went viral. So everyone in the black community, and not just blacks, because when you see the video, there's just as many whites as it is blacks at this guy's house. Now, I'm going to put the guy's picture on the screen here. There he is. Mr. Edward Cagney Mathews, 45 years old. They did arrest his butt. Sure did. They arrested him with bias, intimidation, harassment, and the incident actually just happened on Friday. And they've been having problems out of this dude. He's been a menace. Like I said, for 2 to 3 years, he's been a menace. And they said more than 100 people was out there protesting outside the guy's front door. So, people, when you want to see, when you want to tell the story as to, they go black BLM again, they go those Black Lives Matter people, tell the full story. Show all the video footage that you could possibly show without showing 8 hours of something to take up too many people's time where they will not get the logistics to really what happened. Don't just show a little bit. Mind you, once again, this guy has been a menace to blacks and whites in that neighborhood. Tell the full story, people. When you tell something, tell the full story. I get it. You might want to say, I want to do my little clippings, but why do clippings to make this dude look like he's an angel? Why do clippings to make it look like, Black Lives Matter, always storming up something? Play the footage the way appropriately. There's no other way of saying it. Play it appropriately. First video I'm going to show, ladies and gentlemen, is when he was at those people's house on their porch. And he had even put a cup of something down on their porch. So he's littering now. Y'all check it out.
Whoever I want.
Exactly.
If you want to get involved in this, you know what happened the last one?
I know what you did. You broke that window. So
windows?
Dude, I don't care.
Cookie's windows got shot out with a shotgun.
I don't care.
222s to their fucking front face.
I do not care.
In Cherry Hill, their fucking daughter got smashed.
Exactly.
Is that what you want? No. And you want to know where I was when all this happened?
I don't care.
At work, monkey.
I don't care where you were.
At morgue. Just like I told the Mount Laurel police, get these fucking monkey niggers out of here and you can't do shit. That's me talking shit. 3602 Gramercy Way, that's where I live. Come fucking see me.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, White, why are you back over here?
Well, somebody called me.
Someone called you. It's private property. You have no jurisdiction here whatsoever.
I do
no.
when somebody calls me.
Hold on.
I need back up.
You know what?
Bro.
Hold on.
Back
Go ahead.
up.
No.
Back
I'm going to
up,
let you
right?
do your thing. Go talk to these fucking niggers. Go ahead.
Stop,
Fuck you. Go talk to the niggers. Let them know what I'm all about and what their fucking rights they have.
All right. You want to go back to your house? I'll come back to you.
No, I'll stay right here. It's common property.
Okay.
Have a nice night. I'm going to let you guys get an education right now.
All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'll do my job. Right?
No problem.
You guys want to step in and talk, or?
Okay. I want him to go away. I don't know him. I want him to leave me alone.
Denise, I'm not going away until your husband stops fucking finding me and threatening me while I'm at fucking work.
Cagney, cut it out, man.
Oh, wait.
Talk to them.
Arrest me.
I'm not
you
listening right
kidding?
now. Relax.
You fucking niggers.
Just cut it out, dude.
That's what you see, Brandon. 3602 Gramercy Way. Come see me, you
Nobody's
fucking
coming to see you, Cagney. Go home. I'll talk to you in a minute.
That should not be allowed to go on.
I agree.
That should not be allowed.
Now, you see, the police officer gave him options. The police officer gave him options and allowed him pick and choose what he wanted to do. This guy even Edward also enticed the cop, arrest me. You think the cop charged him to do anything? You don't have to think. You saw it there in footage yourself. The cop did nothing. The cop just stood there. Just stood there and did nothing. I'm not even going to say imagine. You already know. You already know. This is pathetic. This is pitiful. Here's part 2 right here of the when he said his address and come see him, they came.
Oh, here's the move, y'all. They going to bring him out. And they said SWAT is going to bring him out in full gear.
See there? See there? Now, the police did arrest him, and here's pictures showing him being arrested, and the protesters were throwing things. Luckily, you know what? I tip my hat off to the police officers as well. They did not get beside themselves and decide that they wanted to arrest the people for throwing water or liquid on them and a plastic bottle that really, I mean, what harm is that going to do? Some people say, hey, what would you call it? Not vandalism. Well, it is vandalism because they probably left it there too. And I ain't gonna say probably. Some people may have picked it up and threw it in the trash. So don't let me assume. But assault. That's the word I'm looking for. Assault is assault. I'm glad the police officer did not arrest no one, but the actual person who caused all this to happen. And as you listen to it, that gentleman was protecting his wife and whoever it was else in the back door from this guy just continuously showing out. Makes no sense at all. For some reason, the computers is the streaming is tightening up. I'm going to jump off of this and jump to the main topic of the day. And the main topic of the day is 3 geniuses. And the 3 geniuses are these 3 right here. You have Ramarni. I think that's how you spell his name. Anala and Alannah. These 3 geniuses right here. Now check it out, y'all. It says that these 3 geniuses are identified as having the highest IQs ever in the world. Picture that. Picture that. Mr. Roseborough, thank you, brother, for sending that over. They have the highest IQs in the world. I want to say I'm pronouncing his name right. Ramarni. This gentleman right here. Check it out. Ramarni has an IQ of 162, higher than Albert Einstein's and Stephen Hawking's. He's a 16-year-old boy whose IQ is higher than the Bill Gates and was only 10 when he wrote a paper on philosophy and fairness. Brother, oh, Mr. Wilfred. Yes, Mr. Wilfred. We cannot wait to see all the wonderful things you're going to be producing into this world. Next, we have this lovely young lady right here. In 2014, she was 5 years old. Anala could recite the name of every North American state and capital on the map at just 10 months. Anala Beevers could identify, let me take this off the screen to see what it was they said. Each letter of the alphabet at 10 months. At 10 months. Yes. Ain't that something? And her IQ is over 145. For you guys who do not know where your IQ is and what's a good IQ, what's not a good IQ, just know that 145 is a good IQ and you're up there. Mind you, she's one of the 3 highest in the world. Then we have this jewel here. Oh my word. Little Miss Alannah George, who has obsession for words and numbers, has an IQ of 140. Yes, 140, ladies and gentlemen. Peep this out right here. She is the youngest member of the Mensa from the United Kingdom. The 4-year-old, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4-year-old has an obsession of words and numbers. The little child who taught herself how to read before starting school prefers reciting the alphabet, times table, and singing nursery rhymes. You go, little Miss George, the wonderful Miss George. We hail and salute to you. Yes, beautiful geniuses. Look at them, ladies and gentlemen. Look at them. And don't you dare for your names. Mr. Wilfred, Miss Beevers, or Beevers, and Miss George. The highest IQs in the world. You have it right there. Right there in front of you. The highest. Isn't that remarkable? 3 small babies. The highest in the world. If you don't know your IQ, get tested to see what happens. Get tested to see what happens. Beautiful angels. Beautiful. Remember those names, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna do some follow-up stories on them to find out what they're doing and where they are. I'm sure colleges already have sought out to seek them. It seemed like I've seen something in reference to a major college already looking out to them. I'm scrolling now to see if I can find that where I've seen it as to which college it was. I'm not seeing it right here. I'm gonna do a follow-up story on this. This is just remarkable. It's remarkable to come across. And once again, Mr. Roseberry, I thank you candidly, man, for providing this information over. And there was a question mark as to why this here isn't being covered. Well, Urban Voice Media is on the case. 3 kids, wonderful, beautiful jewels, highest IQs in the world. There they are, beautiful little angels. Y'all protect our babies. And the reason why I say you guys protect our babies, we do have a big dummy. You have to protect your babies. You have to. And the reason why I say you have to is because you never know who your babies are around in reference to your family members. Some people have their family to babysit for them. And in the clip I'm about to show, it solidifies as the reason why I say you have to watch who you allow to be around your children. Because in some instances, especially if they are drinkers, whether they drink wine, liquor, beer, sometimes that alcohol is more important than watching that baby. You watch this. Now, if that wasn't the big dummy, that wine, champagne, or whatever she had in that glass was more important than that baby falling. Don't blame me. I'm just a messenger. I didn't make it up. It happened. You've seen it there for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, as we said it, Urban Voice Media, we do appreciate those who have contributed to the platform to help keep the platform abroad. And for those who haven't, please subscribe to Urban Voice Media either on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Venmo, Facebook, Instagram. We're on all the, even Patreon. If you will, please like, share, and support Urban Voice Media so we can bring you bigger and better content. With that being said, guys, you be safe. Until next time. Let's do them hot topics.
We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. Got a few situations that we wanna talk about. disagreements, we gon' need to talk it out. Right here in the hot seat, no need for another route. We gon' keep it 100 without the bottle count. LB gon' pull it out you, a dentist with a drill. Don't be all up in your feelings, auntie gon' keep it real. Uncut with no chasing, no guard and no shield. Conversation productive, ain't worried about how you feel. Discussions keep on rising, shooting just like a rocket. They gon' need some addressing. Clyde Manson, can I stop it? Old news telling lies and getting out the pocket. This is Urban Voice Media, giving you hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. Just put it on the, put it on